So, I wanted to make a really quick video about something that came up in the comments to one of the videos I made not too long ago. And that video was on how to get out of depersonalization, derealization disorder. And there's three ways. And one of the things that I brought up was going down the rabbit hole. And somebody, come back at that and is saying that that can lead into a whole spiral of something else, getting yourself further into this hole that we're already in. So I wanted to touch on that and say that that's completely right. So what I actually decided to do is I had a playlist that said wake up, and I changed that up. So I went in it and took into two different categories. So one is entering the rabbit hole for people who feel that they're ready and have gone through sort of the awakening and understand kind of what's going on and wanting to look deeper into it, and you're a little more confident and able to take on some controversy and some truth that is, of course, truth for you to decide. Because some of those playlists, some of the videos that I was looking at that I may not sit 100% with, but I take something from or had before. So I leave it up there just to keep up the questioning, of course. And the other one is entering the awakening and the questioning. So it's things like with philosophers, things that have to do with kind of philosophical ideas on things, and ease you into the questioning of, some things are a little bit different. What is reality? Things like that. So I divided the two of them so it is safer, and I've watched every single video that is in both of them. So I feel completely responsible if something does not go too smooth for you. I'm sorry. You can comment on it as well. So and just tag my name in it, and we can even conversate about these things as well. So back to the playlist that has to do with things that are more lighthearted and kind of a easier questioning on things. I actually also thought of some things as well, topics that you can look outside of YouTube, that you can look up and sort of get your brain going on some other things. One of those things for myself that I thought was really interesting when I was first waking up was horoscopes. And I don't mean horoscopes just as, for example, I'm born July 28th, so I'm a Leo. That's not exactly what it doesn't leave off right there. So I found out that there was the rising sign, which is that, and then there's also the moon sign and the sun sign. And the moon sign is your emotional, kind of what's going on more inside. And the sun sign is really, it's labeled a lot as ego, though I saw somebody was speaking about it, and she was saying that it was a kind of like the boss of the personality, which I thought was an interesting way to put it. So we also have other signs, and then we have our hands, and you can look up an easy chart on that. But with this, you can look it up. So I just put in July 28th. I put in the time I was born, location I was born, and here comes this pop up of what these things are. It was free online. It's pretty easy to look up. So I would suggest doing that. It's very interesting. And some other things was alchemy and esoteric symbols, and that ended up leading me a little bit into a rabbit hole. It was more informative than anything, and just kind of aware of and I'll be walking around and see advertisements and see the esoterics behind it and the alchemy symbols, and kind of this little subliminal things that is done. But I think that was a really safe and easier way for me personally to get myself into kind of small little climb down the rabbit hole. And other things, numerology was another thing. We also have a sign, or a number, sorry, for our being, and everybody does as well. So you just add up, like I was saying, 728. So I take my birthday from the day, month, and year, and add it up, and you get what is your number. So for example, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 8, 17, 7 and 1 is 8. Plus 1 is 9, plus 9 and 9. So I'm at 27. And then add 3, 1993. What did I say? 30. So yeah, so it's 3 is my number. So you can also look up that, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff on it. And of course, what I'm saying for all of this is easier things to get into it, because I don't want anybody to dive head first, because it's very overwhelming. I personally think that there's some things out there that I've questioned and I'm just blown away, and I'll just sit there after watching a video or reading something and just being like, not necessarily discouraged, but at a holy shit moment. And but I feel like I'm really intrigued by it, and I'm comfortable with it now, and I like it. I keep going with it, and it's motivation for me for what I am doing in my life, rather than discouraging. So check out that playlist. Check out both of them, depending what you're comfortable with. Look up some of those things, and yeah, safe adventures. But I'll tune in later.